Hi guys, I'm Conrad with Archery Asset, and today I'm going to be sighting in my new hunting bow all the way out to probably 60 or 70 yards, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it with me. So to start, you're going to want to start at like 5 or 10 yards just to make sure when you start moving back you're going to actually hit the target and not do anything crazy. So this is assuming a few things. I am assuming that you have a clean way to release the arrow and a consistent way. B, I am assuming that you have a peep sight and it is tied in and it is set to the correct height for you. And C, I am assuming that you have a sight that you can use to sight in your bow. First thing, you're going to pull back. Now I am looking through this peep sight with my right eye. I am centering it around the circle on the sight. Now I'm moving it down to my top pin. Now your top pin is going to be the one you want for the closest, and I'm just going to slowly pull that trigger. Perfect. So that was a good shot, a little below where I'd like to be ideally. However, when I move back, I know I'm not going to be hitting the ground. So I know my sight is set generally where I need it to move back, and my first sight mark is going to be at 20, so I'll see ya back at 20. Okay, so I'm back here at 20 yards, and I just want to again use my top pen, aim at the center, and see where it goes. A little to the right. Whenever sighting in your bow, you want to shoot a few arrows, just to make sure that whatever you decide is actually correct. That was better, like a 9. Okay, so from this I can see that I'm definitely a little bit to the right. So we need to adjust our sight to account for that. So as you can see from here, I am a little bit to the right on every single arrow. So when I move back to further distances, that's just gonna amplify. So I need to fix that now. So to fix that, you're gonna need a set of Allen wrenches, which most people keep in their quiver, but if you don't have one, you can just keep them on you. We are going to need to move the sight to follow the arrows. So if we're shooting to the right, we need to move the sight to the right. It sounds a little weird, but trust me, it works. We're gonna move it just enough. There we go. You don't want to move your sight a ton because a little bit can make a big difference. So just try it in increments. Back here at 20, at least I think it's pretty much 20. Good way to check. Yeah, it's 20. And when I say 20, I mean 20 yards. So 60 feet more or less. 60 feet exactly. So now that I've adjusted my sight, I'm gonna shoot again. Okay, still a little bit to the right, but that could always be shooter error. Okay. Okay, so those 3 went pretty consistently, and I'm gonna show you where they went. So that's a group that I can wrap my fingers around. At that point, I call it good, especially with no stabilizers or anything. I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna call that group good and move on to 30. 30 exactly. I paced this all out last summer, but over the winter I guess I kind of lost it. So for your 30-yard pen, you don't want to mess with your top pen anymore. that pen is completely set. We're gonna leave that. But we're gonna move on to our second pen, and that is going to be our 30-yard pen. So I'm gonna load an arrow. And shoot. Okay, it's a bit low. Take a break, guys. Okay, I don't think that's gonna stop for a while. Well, I've talked about left and right adjustment, but what about up and down adjustment? Well, it's the exact same principle. We're gonna find our second pen on here, get an Allen wrench that will fit that pen, and since we shot low, we're gonna move it down. And I think I'm gonna have to move a lot of stuff down to accommodate for this. So now that I actually have access to move the second pen, I'm just gonna move it down. There we go. And let's shoot. Okay, that one was a little high, so I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit up. So one of the things I like to do when I do this is just kind of pinch the actual pin a little bit while I unscrew it. Then I can try and bring it up just a little bit, and I don't have huge movements that I have to correct later. Okay. Okay, that was high again. I'm gonna shoot another, see what that was actually. That was lower, but still high, so I am going to adjust this pen up a little more. But like I said, go in slow increments, that way you don't have to readjust because you did something wrong. Okay, that was nothing. We're gonna ignore that one. Arrow went off too quickly, was not in the right spot. Okay, that one was a little better. It was a little low, so I think I'm gonna bring this pen back down a little bit. And now I will go get the arrows. So this was the first arrow, then I moved it down. This was the second, third, down a little bit more, fourth, and I probably should have shot another one here, but that one just went randomly. Then I moved it up again, and I shot this one. So, just gonna pull them all and shoot another from back there. Finally, they stopped with the chainsaw. That's nice of them. So, in the break, gonna try and shoot and talk. I might wanna change these tips out to 100 grain instead of 120. Huh, where was that? That was an X, dead center. So I think my 30 is gonna be pretty good, but I just wanna do one more to solidify it. Yeah, okay. My 30 is pretty good, I think. I just like shooting, so I'm gonna shoot another. Yeah, okay, 30 is good. I'm right in and around the center, so I'm gonna leave the 30 and move back to 40. It's a tight grip for 30. I can almost wrap my fingers around it. First arrow, dead X. Second one, a little to the right. And the third one, I felt it go there right before I pulled the trigger, but it was too late to correct. So that's why that one went there, but still a solid group for 30 with no stabilizers or anything. This should be roughly 40, but as always, I will range it just to make sure. 40 on the dot, just paste it out from 30. So now I want to guess where my 40-yard pen will be based off of the distance between 20 and 30 and add a little bit just for some clearance. Then, so this one is up next. Okay. Okay, so that is to the right, but could be shooter error. It's right on line for middle, so I doubt that it's completely accurate, so shoot another. Okay, that's another one that went to the right. I guess I'll shoot another because I don't think that my arrow should be going to the right. That one was right in the middle, so I guess I'll keep shooting just to make sure. But man, my guesses are pretty accurate. So when I aim off to the right, it goes right in the middle. So I guess I can adjust it. What's this? You just gotta adjust it the tiniest little bit. Okay, so that one, I think, okay, that's in line with the middle, so I'm gonna leave that at 40. So this is exactly what I was talking about with those little deviations amplifying as you go out. Wind. Just like shooting, you gotta wait till a break in the wind to go and talk. So anyway, these were the two that I shot once I adjusted. This one was just a bit low, I'm not worried about that. These were the three that was obvious needed adjusting. So I'm happy with that 40 pen. Let's go to 50. So this being 50, I don't think I'm gonna get 60 out of this sight. but 50 is still pretty good. I'm just gonna move this one down as far as possible. Now I'm used to a 1-pin sight, so this is a bit interesting. I think that is going to be pretty good for 50. Yep, that's an 8. Gonna go ahead and shoot another. That one was a little high. I'm hoping that this will be high, that way, it doesn't much matter. That one was definitely high, so I am gonna move this pen up halfway through my quiver. Okay. Wait for a little break in the wind. Okay, I think that one was a little high, but I'm gonna shoot another because that went awfully quick. Okay, that went like almost right where I'd like it. I can't quite tell where that one went. Gonna have to look at it when I go up there. I don't care about this one, this one, this one, or this one. All I care about these two, and they went right where I would like them, so I'm gonna leave it. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video on how to set up a bow. The principles I just talked about will work for any sight. In fact, I'm not even gonna tell you which sight this is. You're just gonna have to not know, because it doesn't matter. When you are shooting high, move your sight up. When you're shooting low, move your sight down. When you're shooting to the right, move your sight to the right. Shooting to the left, move it to the left. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell me what you want in the next video.